Hi, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel Alvarez-Arata. I'm the host of Covered in Pet Hair, a boozy web show for pet lovers on Pet Life Radio and here on YouTube. I am coming with an update on my dog Titan, who was recently diagnosed with possible degenerative myelopathy. And I say possible because the only way to truly confirm that diagnosis is post-mortem. But the vet suspects that that's exactly what it is. So I will tell you that it's been a week since, a little bit over a week since the veterinarian said that he probably had 1 month before he was fully paralyzed. And I don't think that she believes that anymore. She went to see him on Friday for his weekly laser treatment. And she said that she had not seen any decline from 1 week to another. So that's huge news. That's really wonderful news. And at 13 and a half, I mean, he's an old guy. So like, it's excellent news that he's maintaining right now. So I'm really excited to share with you the things that I'm doing for Titan now that we have this possible diagnosis. And I'm going to present them in no particular order. These are kind of weapons in my arsenal. I am not being paid to promote these products at all. I just want to share with you where I found out about these products, what they do, and how long he's been on them. I guess I'll let you know that too. So the first thing to do when you have a potential degenerative myelopathy diagnosis is probably, you don't have to do this, but it was recommended to me that I do a genetic test on my dog so that I can confirm if he's a carrier of the genetic mutation that causes degenerative myelopathy, or if he actually has the two genetic defects that would make him more susceptible to the condition, or if he doesn't have the genetic mutation at all, which means that he couldn't have degenerative myelopathy. So that's the first step, is to check the genetics of your dog. And I went with a wisdom panel genetic test. We just received this because of the snowstorms in the Dallas area recently, and we're in El Paso. Everything kind of comes through Dallas. So everything's been delayed. So we haven't actually sent these out yet, but it tests for a ton more stuff. It's not just testing for degenerative myelopathy. It will tell me what breeds he has, which is fun because he is one of those Heinz 57 dogs, 57 ingredients, they say, that we have no idea what he is. He's such a mutt. So this is our first step. We're going to do this tonight and get in the mail tomorrow. Then another thing we did immediately was improve his diet. So he was on a kibble that probably wasn't the best thing, but it's the most sustainable thing right now with young children. My husband, who works as much as he does, and we can't really prepare raw food for them for many reasons. So the second that I decided to improve his food, I reached out to my friend and colleague, Scott J. Marshall II from Raw Feeding 101, and I asked him what my options were. He was super compassionate, super nice. He obviously recommended some Answers dog food if I wanted to go the fully raw, pre-made route, but I let my son, Noah, my 3-year-old, feed the dogs with me. So fully raw food is kind of a nightmare. Just thinking about like the cleanliness, the food, the foodborne illness risk, all that is kind of too much for me to take. So the other option he gave me was a Ziwi Peak. This is the venison recipe, which has some really good benefits. It's low in fat and cholesterol, but really high in nutrients. So I figured that was a good option. And this is an air dried food. You don't rehydrate this. It's little like jerky looking things. And that's the food. So it smells really good, actually. I mean, I don't eat meat, but it smells nice. It smells like fresh, actual food. It's made in New Zealand. It's a very, very high quality food. It's very expensive. So it's not something I could afford to put all my dogs on all the time. But if Titan has less time than the rest of them with us, then obviously I just want to maintain his health as long as possible with something high quality. So this is the first bag I ordered. Titan loved it. We transitioned him slowly. We're still kind of half and half right now. It's only been a few days, or not even a week yet. But we're increasing the amount of this, reducing the amount of kibble. He loves it. So this is a really good option if you want to do something that's not quite raw. but that is high quality. And if you can do raw with this kind of, with an illness, by all means, if it's possible, it's not an autoimmune disease. If it's something that you can do raw, pre-made, Answers is a great option. And there are other ones out there too. And if you're interested in Scott J. Marshall, he is at Raw Feeding 101. So he has a YouTube channel, he has a group on Facebook, he has a ton of stuff. So next thing, on Facebook, there is a degenerative myelopathy support group for pet parents, for dog parents. And in there, there's a ton of resources. So I joined that group and I started looking through the files and through the posts, and I found the recommendation for this product. It's green eggs and mussel. So it has NEM, eggshell membrane powder, green-lipped mussel, which is also in that food actually, poria and curcumin. It smells like the sea. It smells so gross. It smells like mussels, like powdered mussels. It's a powder. So he's getting this in the morning. And then the same company makes an oil that this is not here because it's in the fridge. It has to be refrigerated. But it is also a green lipped mussel oil and an ahi flower oil. And he's getting this in the evening, and it's for omega-3s, obviously. So we have ahi flower oil, green lipped mussel oil, and astaxanthin. And it's all mixed in extra virgin olive oil, organic extra virgin olive oil. So it's an ocean-friendly source of omega-3 fatty acids, 100% pure and natural ingredients. Green-lipped mussels grown and sourced from New Zealand. Seems like all of it is, that food's from New Zealand, and this is from New Zealand as well. The ahi flower oil is sustainably grown and non-GMO. Astaxanthin sourced from microalgae. You have to refrigerate after opening. It does have the dosage on the bottle. So that's something that I'm using right now. And then Charlotte's Web CBD oil that was recommended by another one of my guests from an upcoming show, Dr. Edward Bassenthwaite, who recommended that I try some CBD oil, and he recommends this brand specifically. He knows that it's a reputable brand because CBD oil is not all created equal. So we just started doing this twice a day. This is a 1 milliliter dropper. So his dosage is half a milliliter. So he gets half a milliliter twice a day. And you gotta, with this particular CBD oil, you have to mix it before dosing. And then the last thing that I got, and this is all the supplements, is lion's mane, which is traditionally used in Chinese medicine. It is a mushroom and it's a powder. This is actually a product for humans, but I'm using it for Titan. It is 100% ground up mushrooms. And what this does is it helps neurological health, brain health, nerve health. For humans, it helps with focus and memory. Obviously, I'm not worried about Titan's focus. He's quite focused on food when Mila's eating, so he doesn't need any focus, and he's very focused on still going for his walks every day, so that's good. But this is supposed to help with his nerve health, his neurological health. So that's why I'm doing it, and he's getting about a quarter of this in the morning and a quarter at night. We are not 100% sure on that dosage, so do your own research. I've found a couple of places that recommend this. The dosage for a human is 1 teaspoon, and you can take 2 teaspoons a day. And since an average human might be like 150 pounds, I figured a quarter teaspoon is a safe amount for a 50+ pound dog. It probably could be a little bit more, but I'm gonna keep it at a quarter twice a day for now. So these are the supplements and the food that we're doing right now. He has not shown anything but improvement since we started this. He loves his food. We don't have to mix stuff in it to like make it more appealing. He has done awesome. And then this is something that we've been doing for a while now, since December. This is WinPro Pet Mobility. These are blood protein supplements, and they have a K-Thrive formula, which is their patented blood protein blend that comes from pig's blood. And I'm actually I did an episode with the president of the company that airs on March 8th, which is super fun and not a downer at all. This blood actually used to be a waste product. So they source it from the Midwest, and they make this K-Thrive powder that they put in these chews. And Titan has shown such improvement since way before this diagnosis. I learned about this product through Scott J. Marshall of Raw Feeding 101, and I immediately ordered it because Titan had some weakness in his hindquarters. Gosh, he's had that for maybe a year now. So immediately we saw an improvement in his mobility and his energy. So this is an anti-inflammatory product. The way that it works is the blood protein binds to the cells of the stomach lining, and it helps fight inflammation. You can learn so much about the product on the show that's going to air soon, but this is an awesome product. I'm actually an affiliate with them, so I'll put the affiliate link in the description of the video in case you want to buy your own. I highly recommend it. They have 5 formulations, but mobility obviously is the one that we need right now. They have immunity that's good for gut flora. We also use that for all of the dogs. All of our dogs get this. The dosage is 1 a day for Radar, 1 a day for Kira, and 2 a day for Titan. And then we do the immunity in the evening. This is the morning. And then we do the immunity in the evening. And that is the same dosage, but it's just got different herbs and nutrients added to the K-Thrive blood protein blend. And they have 5 products. One of them is for like high performance dogs. If you have any dogs that do shows or agility and have to work a lot, that replenishes their systems. They have an allergy formulation that is apparently super popular. It's their best-selling product. We luckily don't have any allergic dogs, but if you do, definitely check that out. And then they have Focus Calm, which is for dogs that have some kind of anxiety. So that really cool stuff that they make there. So these are the things that we've bought for his system, for his wellness, to maintain his health as long as possible. But we know that if this diagnosis is correct, he is going to eventually become paralyzed. Like that is just, there's no way around it if this diagnosis is correct. So we've also been proactive, and we got him a Help Him Up harness. We haven't even opened it yet because I do want to introduce it to him properly with treats and have him accept it. And I just haven't had the time since it arrived. But the Help Me Up harness has a handle behind the shoulder blades and back here in the rear. And with these dogs with degenerative myelopathy, the weakness and the paralysis starts in the hindquarters, which is why it has a handle here, because they'll be able to walk and sustain themselves in the front, but they might need help in the back. And then eventually the paralysis starts climbing up the spine. So that's why it has additional help. This is not just for dogs with degenerative myelopathy. This is for dogs. I mean, if you have mobility issues and you need help getting your dog around the house, on the couch, into your car, this is something that you can do for travel and stuff. But it's in all of the degenerative myelopathy groups as something to do. It comes with all of these explanations on how to put it on. So I really want to take the time to understand the product better and introduce it to Titan properly with lots of treats and stuff. So I haven't even opened the package, and I'll do probably a different video on that one altogether, because that's something that we're going to need in the future, probably the near future. But my focus right now is his health and keeping his inflammation down so that I can keep him mobile as long as possible. And he's still eating, he's still happy, he's still going for walks every single day. He's definitely a little more tired, more relaxed than usual. Usually he was kind of like in and out of the house. I want out, I want in. Now he kind of like lays on the couch a little bit more, except for when there's food around, human food, and when it's time for his walk. He knows when it's 10 a.m. every morning, and he reminds me every morning to go for his walk. Luckily, the weather here is amazing, so we get to go every day. I don't see a dog that's dying. I know my last video was really sad, and I can't even watch it, but I don't see a dog that's dying. Obviously, he's 13 and a half. Actually, he's more than 13 and a half now. He will be 14 in July. He's not going to be around forever. And I know that. He's a big dog. He's 52 pounds right now. And he's pretty thin at this point because he's losing some of that muscle mass in his hind quarters. So he's a big guy. So he's not going to live forever. And I know that. But doing all these things for him is the least I can do to keep him healthy, as long as his spirit is matching, his health. Like, he is still like a dog that is enjoying life. I think this is my husband and I are joke that he heard us talking about, having to say goodbye, and he's like rallying, like, no, hey, I'm okay, I'm good, don't do that yet. So as long as we get that feeling from him, he'll be here with us eating his really fancy food and enjoying all these supplements. One more thing to add, these are delicious. They love these treats. Like, Radar hates treats and he loves them. So he really enjoys these. He loves the stinky smell of this because it's literally like, when they bring you like a tray of oysters, like, to your table, like, think of that smell. That's what this is. Maybe more pungent. And then these are stinky too, because this is all, fish oils and olive oils. And then this doesn't really have a flavor, so I don't think he really cares about that. And then the Charlotte's Web comes in chicken flavor and no flavor. And because I've used CBD oil with him before, and he's not really keen on like me opening his mouth and putting stuff in it, so I got the chicken flavor, and he seems to like it, even though I am just putting it in his food right now. With CBD oil, I've always been told that you want to put it into their gum line, so that like it's absorbed better. But Titan really doesn't like that. So to be honest with you, I'm not big on doing things with dogs with canines and like teeth that can hurt me when they have made it clear that they don't like that. So I put it in his food, and I hope that that's helping. But I think he's doing great. So I'm really encouraged. Again, I'm not in denial. I know that I'm not going to have him forever, but at least I can do what I can to keep him healthy as long as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll keep you posted.